What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the 2024 NFL Week 1 recap. Let's check this out.
Okay, so football is back. It's finally here once again. And
yes, sir.
Football being back, the universe itself has seemingly gone back to a balanced format, where Raiders fans and Browns fans are sad again. Taylor Swift is taking dubs, and overall, honestly, I'm just happy we got a great week and what's looking like to be a special NFL season. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, this season about to be crazy, man.
For someone
no, why? Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, let's talk about this game right here, bro. This shit had me pissed off to the max, my nigga. Like, bro, dead ass. The Chiefs, bro. The Chiefs. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The refs wanted them to win this game so fucking bad, bro. The same consistent illegal formation penalty the whole damn game on Ronnie Stanley, bro. And the Chiefs will line up the same exact way. This nigga Jawan Taylor is false starting the whole game and they only call it one time. Like, bro.
Going into the season, I was definitely.
And the fact that they could call a timeout with their defensive coordinator.
Well, I don't know.
Like, bro.
It was me, but the offense for Baltimore seemed really simple. Like, they were missing an explosive type player to just bust open defenses. And
yes,
we don't get that if Keaton Mitchell returns at full strength. But in this game versus Taylor, they just couldn't keep up. Against all odds, Patrick Mahomes remains good with balls. And although the offense for KC did look pretty rusty, the offense...
Same generic play calls with the screens and shit, bro.
He did absolutely
and then don't get me started on this nigga. This nigga was cooking our fucking secondary, bro. This man was not even supposed to be playing, bro. This nigga was supposed to be suspended. Like, bro.
Looks like a true wide receiver one for now. And Xavier Worthy can run fast, so that's cool. And meanwhile, the Ravens defense played pretty great while the offense did a solid job. And in the end, it just wasn't enough. And that to me...
Oh, yeah, and this play too? This play too? This shit should have been blown dead. This shit should have been blown dead 100%. Look at this. Like, how is this not blown dead, bro?
In the end, it just wasn't enough.
I'm starting to think the NFL hates us.
The fact that the Ravens played solid, yes, they were rusty and had a bunch of penalties early on, but they played well enough to win a football game, but against the Kansas City Chiefs, they just couldn't do it. Now... yes, that last drive was absolutely nuts. And
I ain't gonna lie, that throw right there was
in that car accident
was off. But this right now, Lamar explained this one, bro. This was originally supposed to go to Rashad Bateman, but he saw Zay Flowers at the last second.
All of his raw energy into himself, because Isaiah looked incredible all game long, but especially on that last drive. I mean, if Lamar gives him a chance on that corner shot, or if his foot was a centimeter shorter, we're talking about a whole different narrative here. But what we got was a Baltimore L. Lamar's getting shit on for missing Zay on the last play, even though...
and like, bro, and dead ass, like, why is everybody hating on Lamar, bro, just because he missed two throws, bro? You know what I'm saying? He was basically our whole offense. Bro had damn near 400 yards total. Like, bro, come on.
And his O-line was...
he outplayed Mahomes,
forcing him to run it an unhealthy...
let's keep it a buck.
...in the first half, but whatever.
Mahomes threw a pick, Lamar didn't.
Plus ratio, plus Lamar sucks, Mahomes is the GOAT.
A bad decision by Jalen Hurts.
Holy Moses, this field is dog NFL.
Bro, for real.
What are we doing here? Well...
what? Like, I heard they were playing on a soccer field.
At least there were no devastating injuries as a result of the NFL's greedy marketing ploy, and so... when the actual game began, it started off slow because, well, I mean, this is week 1. Everyone's always rusty. But when it started to heat up, boy, did it heat up. It turns out, when you take one of the most talented running backs in the history of the NFL in his prime and stick him behind one of the NFL's best offensive lines, the rest of the league just has a problem to deal with. Because Saquon was just unstoppable. The sure threat of Jalen Hurts keeping the ball is...
yeah, well, look at this nigga, bro. Is this, what is his name? Damn, the nigga they got from the Jets, Bryce Huff. Was this Bryce Huff right here slipping? This nigga could not stay up. Yeah, these fields were just, bro, never again.
These dudes you think is holding the ball, and if you choose wrong, then you're going to get what happened on Friday with 3 Saquon touchdowns scorching Green Bay. And you know, if you were a normal person and didn't buy Peacock for 1 game and instead were forced to close a jerkmate ad every 6 seconds just to watch a goddamn football game, you might have missed a Matt LaFleur masterclass, because the Packers started matching the Eagles blow for blow. Jaden Reed is a guy that was, in my mind, primed to take a leap this year, and he lived up to the hype in week 1 with the old guys for the Eagles continuing to eat themselves, and from there, it was clear whoever made the last mistake would basically lose the game. And then, Jalen Hurts, who had played a pretty up and down game thus far, dropped back.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that. Why didn't they show that in the highlights? This nigga Hurts damn near threw 3 picks.
Pretty up and down game
Why would he even throw this?
thus far.
That should have been 6 the other way.
How do you drop that, Keyshawn?
Come on,
Are
Keyshawn,
you
bro.
shitting me?
That's 6 the other way.
Okay, I guess that's it. That's game. Fantastic.
Oh, and then he turned around. So he threw 2 picks in the same drive.
Wait, because after a Jalen Hurts pick, Keyshawn Nixon made sure his presence was felt when he Odell'd the kickoff and brought it out a grand total of 10 yards. And
Wow.
then Jordan Love and the Packers took the field for a chance to steal the game,
Damn.
and he died. The field that already blasted his calves
3 to
now took
6
his legs,
weeks.
and the Packers are now going to hopefully not drop their next 4 or 5 games without their leader. And in a division,
They
like
need to
the
go ahead and
where
sign Ryan Tannehill at this point.
1-0 already. I don't really know if that's possible. So, I don't know, Packers. I'm not saying it's anywhere near over. You're totally fine, and you look good in a lot of spots, but you got an uphill battle from here.
Facts.
Well, this is a weird one, because on the
Yeah,
one hand,
bro.
this is pretty much what I thought was going to happen by the look at the scoreboard, and if you ignore the first quarter, this would have been a Bills blowout. But on the other, the Cardinals really should have won this game, man. Josh Allen is good at football, we know this, and hopefully his injury isn't going to be that bad.
He got injured?
You knew that Josh Allen was going to do that. And the Cardinals also knew that their defense wasn't going to contain shit. So it was all up to Kyler and the defense to match the Bills, or at least die trying. But no. Instead, they completely shut down in the second half. Just completely. I mean, the first quarter was cool, but it seemed a little fluky at the time. And in the second half, with a chance to build a 3-possession lead, Kyler threw for 31 yards.
Damn.
Total in the half. I don't know what else to say, but that's not going to get it.
5 of 12 is
Don't even get me
crazy.
started on the last drive. Now, obviously, this
Yeah, bro, what the hell are you doing running it on 3rd and 10 with 35 seconds left, bro? Like, they did not want to win this game.
could only see a face full of man tits instead of a wide open Marvin Harrison, but the offense
Wow.
was just not clicking. The chemistry looked off with Kyler probably.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison only had 1 catch for 4 yards.
Plays, but in the
Nigga
end,
thought Greg Dortch was
that
MHJ for a
team is
second.
Good team, so you can't really get that mad if you're a Cardinals fan. Just move on next week and hope that Kyler isn't going to do this again.
Because I believe that you understand. Revenge.
Well, the chef was out for this little duel, and with Justin Fields here to lead the Arthur Smith revenge game, what we got was, well, the most predictable game script for an Arthur Smith revenge game possible. Only field goals by the Steelers, Cordell Patterson getting a ton of work for no good reason, and meanwhile, the Falcons just sat there and bled out in their own
This nigga
unique
Pickens
way,
was
because
cooking
this
Terrell.
actually wasn't really an
Holy, and
offensive
then
aptitude battle, and
TJ
it
Watt.
was
This
just
is why he's the best defensive player in football,
TJ
bro.
Watt was having a normal
Not
game.
Myles Garrett,
When
not
he
Micah
took over the
Parsons.
game,
It's
and
this
the
nigga
Falcons'
right
offense
here.
was really struggling. Kirk Cousins was not having a fun debut, and I mean, let's be honest here, this game was comedy gold. I mean, this is what I've been missing in my life. The Falcons just finding new ways to lose games and piss off their fan base. It just...
They ain't been the same since 2083,
So
bro.
good. So remember this offseason when the Falcons wiped away their entire coaching staff, brought in Captain Kirk, and paired him along with overwhelming first-round talent on offense like Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Ray McLeod, and did everything to make sure that the offense was not the issue. It couldn't be, but in this game, it was. The Falcons' offense got clamped, and yes, the Steelers' defense is amazing, but scarily enough, the play calling was pretty meh. Kirk missed throws, and as will probably be a theme, if teams can get pressure on Kirk Cousins...
Yeah, I don't understand why they weren't giving this tackle some help, bro. TJ Watt was murdering this nigga the whole game. Like, he could not block
That will probably
him.
be a theme. If teams can get pressure on Kirk Cousins, he will make mistakes, which is what basically led to the game-winning pick. So, I mean, I don't know. Kirk did not look mobile, but the panic button is nowhere near in pressing distance. But it is on the table. Just keep that in mind, because if you drop the next, 2 or 3 games, then you're going to be smashing that thing with force. Just make sure you show up versus the Eagles next week, because if you don't, we got big, big issues.
Yeah, this game was crazy.
I don't really know what to make of this game, to be honest with you, because I feel like these teams were evenly matched, but I also feel like they both didn't really play as good as they could have. If Anthony Richardson didn't overthrow Adonai Mitchell, and if Kylan Granson didn't slip, the Colts probably win this game. But also, if Jimmy Ward didn't just smoke 4 bowls before this game and got smoked by Alec Pierce, then the Texans probably walk away with this game pretty convincingly. But in the end, Houston proved to just be a little bit more talented. Joe Mixon was getting absolutely fed and was running all over the Colts defense, flashing Arian Foster potential, which
That's crazy.
somehow, I still can't believe Joe Mixon is just good now, but Dude literally went from being one of the most inefficient running backs in football to the best running back in the league, apparently. And although CJ Stroud definitely didn't play as good as his stats reflect, he made plays when it mattered most, picked up huge third downs, always converted in the red zone, and Nico Collins made a grown man play to ice the game. And you know what?
That catch was crazy.
That's all that really matters. Contenders make
That
plays
sideline catch just basically seal it.
So, you know, both sides.
But Mixon had that game sealing first down.
Happy, I feel like. I mean, AR-15 showed a ton of potential. His arm was just ridiculous. He threw one of the best passes I've ever seen on the touchdown to Alec Pierce. But, you know, for Houston, too, they won the game. And CJ Stroud looked pretty good. So this is going to be a very exciting matchup the next time these two teams face off. It's going to be wild. But before we go any further, I partnered with Geology for the sponsored video.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Yep, we're going to skip right over that. They're not sponsoring me, so
the Patriots played the game pretty
perfectly. Skip right over that.
Decently unlucky on a ton of plays, but I mean, come on, bro. It's the Patriots. Are you kidding me? And
I don't know how the Bengals lost this game.
The Bengals made Ramondre Stevenson, who's usually about as explosive as your local garbage man, look like prime Jamal Charles. I mean, he was plowing them all day. Just plowing them. There wasn't a single moment in this game.
And then this fumble right here was crazy.
When the Bengals had a chance to change that late in the game, they elected to punt the ball away, and that was that. Still, though, I mean, you got to give credit to the Patriots. They played a great game, and the defense looked really solid.
This is a great tackle.
I'm already concerned, Cincinnati. I don't think Joe Burrow's the problem whatsoever, because, like I said, it's not his fault Gesicki dropped it, or they fumbled on the one, or the special teams fumbled, but there just seems to be bad energy surrounding this team. I don't know.
The bad energy is the Jamar Chase contract. That I feel like, damn, what the fuck? I feel like that's the biggest problem right now, bro. They're all worried about Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and both of their contract debacles and shit, bro. But what they need to do is just lock in, you know what I'm saying, and forget about all that shit, bro. The regular season is here. Save the contract situation and shit for the next offseason, bro.
My ass here, but it just didn't seem like any of them were having a ton of fun. And with the Chiefs coming up next week, like it or not, we're going to find out everything there is to know about this team. So,
yep. They better lock in, bro. Because it's not going to be an easy game. And the Chiefs are at home, too. Oh, so you know the ref's going to be on their side. 100%.
I can't do it. I can't do it, Squidward.
Who's ready for New York Giants football, baby? My fucking sanity definitely wasn't, because that got evaporated within seconds of me remembering that Daniel Jones has a job in the National Football League. I mean, the Giants might be the worst team in football, and I knew the offense was going to be putrid, let's be honest, we all
Aaron
did,
Jones.
The defense was terrible too. Sam Darnold was damn near the leading MVP candidate at halftime, and although he did cool down, the damage was done. And this was without Justin Jefferson crusading them by himself. Seriously though, where do you go from here, New York? Because Daniel Jones cannot hold
Dallas Turner
makes a sack for a 17-game season. The New York population will get sliced in half, and I don't really have a solution for you either, to be honest with you. Maybe at some point Horse Glock can get some run once Daniel Jones' body is finally sacrificed to appease the Ozempic gods that brought Brian Dable under 290. Look, I know I'm being mean, and I'm sorry. I like Malik Neighbors. I really do. I think he's a great player, and I just don't want you to ruin your next 5 years of existence.
Bro, this damn gnat is pissing me off, bro.
It's sad to see this franchise fall like this. It is, and that's it. You know, I should probably say something about the Vikings.
Bro, I'm about to finally got it.
Good.
Damn.
That's nice.
Gotta wash my hands after that.
If I woke up with a 17-inch iron fork shoved up my ass every day, I would probably still enjoy life a little bit more than being a Jaguars fan, because in just week one, classic Jaguars football is back and swinging, and with that comes a healthy dosage of good old-fashioned depression. Genuinely, how do you lose this game?
Facts.
The defense was containing the Dolphins' offense early, and with loving father Tyreek Hill dealing with his first...
That fumble really sold them, man, from ETN.
Would just handle business, which they did. Once again, the defense was clamping, and T-Law on the offense looked pretty great. Gabe Davis and Brian Thomas were adding a whole new element to the team, and then everything changed when Travis Etienne fumbled. Like, literally everything was completely swung, because immediately Chris
right here,
Brown
bang!
made them pay, and just like that, the Dolphins and Jaguars...
Wait, what'd he say?
Because immediately Chris Brown made them pay, and just
Chris
like that,
Brown made them
were
pay
locked
is
into a
crazy.
But in the end, the Jags just couldn't do enough. The Dolphins' defense got a lot more aggressive.
Here's
more
Tyreek.
and really made Trevor Lawrence
giving that nigga a speeding ticket, huh?
Being 75% illiterate didn't help. Terrible offensive line play happened, and Jason Sanders called game saving the Dolphins from honestly a very potentially ugly loss. As for the Jaguars, why they didn't address any of these problems that were glaring last year in the offseason is beyond me, but they didn't, and they've just resorted to praying Trevor Lawrence can do everything by himself and bail them out with his talent. But I don't know, I guess there are some positives. Tank Bigsby might not be the worst player in the NFL anymore, and the defense is really a serious force if they can keep this up. But, Tyson Campbell got hurt again because you Jacksonville, so I don't know. The Jaguars didn't look atrocious, I guess, but with the way the Colts and Texans showed that they could look throughout the season, this is not going to be enough. And especially this loss versus the Dolphins, another AFC contender for a wildcard spot. This game could actually cost you a playoff spot 3 months down the line.
Panther guns.
I don't know what else to say, Panthers fans. All I can really say is, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I don't even need to say anything else. I mean, Bryce Young's first pass was an interception.
Damn.
I believed in him too.
Same,
I
bro.
thought things could change, but from a mental standpoint, I just don't know how Bryce Young recovers from this. I'm sorry, dude. I just don't have the stomach.
That shit is crazy, man.
It feels like bullying. But meanwhile, the Saints look great. Derek Carr was dealing, and the Clint Kubiak system was looking perfect. So as long as Marshawn Lattimore can recover fine, this team can be a problem. Now, obviously, I don't expect this to be anywhere near sustainable, but this is still just...
Wow.
I don't know, Carolina. You might actually just want to change teams at this point. It's not worth it to endure this pain. So, Caleb Williams is good, right? We don't have to worry about him being a bust, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, I don't think he could have been any worse. You could double his passing yards from Sunday, and he still wouldn't have had as much as Zach Wilson's rookie debut. The dude just flustered and lost, but for this particular game, it didn't matter because Will Levis was just not having a good time. The masseuse of mayonnaise was stuck in a living nightmare all day because the Bears' defense was just his boogeyman, with the special teams also doing a great job, and I don't know, dude. The Titans' offense still damn near outplayed the Bears' offense, mainly because of volume, but it didn't matter. At one point, Chicago was down 17-0 and came back to take a 24-17 lead without scoring a single offensive touchdown. Do you know how rare that is? So, I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, of course, but I think Will Levis is just not good. He just didn't look confident out there at all, and that was kind of his main selling point as a
That shit was crazy, bro. And he
tells
us, oh my, what have I done? Looking ass nigga.
Handedly cost his team this game. So, honestly, both teams are probably leaving this game disappointed, but one of them is 1-0, and in the end, a win is a win.
Yep, back at it.
So, this game really hurt, and it hurt for reasons that don't have to do with the actual game. It's the realization that the same shit keeps happening, and the cycle isn't going to stop anytime soon. Week 1, 2012, new coach, healthy quarterback in Carson Palmer. Shit on in Week 1, season's over. Week 1, 2015, developing Derek Carr, new coach, new culture. Shit on in Week 1, season over. Week 1, 2018, first year of the Gruden era, 1 year removed from the playoffs. Shit on, season over. Week 1, 2022, the Josh McDaniels era begins. Shit on by the Chargers, season over. And it just
they just continue to get fucked on by the Chargers in Week 1.
Away from me. The offense was so impossibly terrible. Minshew played so poorly, and we just looked so conservative. Pierce was outcoached on every single level, failing to challenge a free first down and give
that was insane.
And all the while, Khalil Mack, my favorite player for so many years, every time we played him, he pulled a fucking bed sheet over the head of my head and just proceeded to skull fuck me.
Yo,
I better stop or my keyboard's getting sent to the Shadow Realm. I really do think it's over, though. I might be being a little bit too negative, but I've seen this stick too many times, and, I don't know. I just want to see one average playoff team in my life. Just one. That's all I ask for. It's probably too much, but it's what I want. And, honestly, the Chargers didn't even look that good. We just destroyed ourselves from the first snap to the last, so. Can't wait for the Ravens game.
Yes, sir!
Well, at least the Browns are here to join me in the pit of despair as always. So, Deshaun Watson is bad. Way worse than I thought he was going to be. And I compared this Browns team to the 2023 Jets, and Even that might not have been far enough. I mean, the first half was a travesty. The Browns had 54 total yards.
Oh, bro, 0 of 6 on third down.
From there, the game was over in the third, and the Cleveland Browns allowed the Cowboys to do their annual celebration where they get suckered into believing they're the best team in the league, only for it all to come collapsing down. But I don't know, I feel like this new breed of Cowboys fans should at least start to smarten up a little bit, and they should know what's coming. Meanwhile, I gotta say it, man. I know it's low-hanging fruit, but the $230 million list is over here just cutting the lawn for 60 minutes, while Baker Mayfield might actually just be a top 10 quarterback now. But, you know, this had to happen. Is it really football season if Browns fans aren't just getting their assholes absolutely gutted by the football gods? What a disgraceful performance all around, though. At this point, I'm just rooting for Jameis to come in after Deshaun's dick gets sore, and he leads the team to a Flacco run, because at this point, I think it goes beyond the field. Flacco's play on the field was good, but I think what made him so respected was that the guys believed in him and actually liked the guy as a person, and I'm not sure people are even getting along with Bill behind closed doors. It's a terrible situation overall, so thanks for making me feel at least a little bit better about myself, Cleveland. Appreciate it.
Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Now, you also know football's really back when there's a Broncos 1 p.m. game on that nobody really cares about. And for the majority of it, the game was just weird. I mean, how often do you see a double safety game and a loss? Because Seattle's O-line was putting a legacy performance up to lead first team All Popeyes this year. It was
first team All Popeyes is crazy.
Started to pick up in the second half due to, get this, adjustments. Seattle makes them now, I guess, and with Bo Nix clearly not ready yet, this made things easy for Seattle to take their time and scheme Kenneth Walker to the sideline and actually made use of his explosiveness. And although the score looks close, for most of the second half, this was Seattle's game to lose. A lot of positives here, though. Geno wasn't great and DK was quiet, but the offense had flashes despite the struggles, and the defense was really good. Once again, though, this was against an offense led by a rookie and Devon Valley? I don't know who that is, I'm going to be honest with you. But the rebuild is in full swing, and all you got to do, Broncos fans, is pray for good health and development from all your younglings.
I'm going to bust nut.
Yo.
Baker Mayfield. Oh, Baker, please. I can't take it anymore. It's too funny. Just to go back to the Browns for a second, Baker's been better than Deshaun for a while. We knew that already. But it's just too good that so many people were convinced that Deshaun would revert back into his Houston form, and Baker went out and just took over. 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. Now, yes, this was Washington, whose defense was not really a defense, but it was still impressive, and Evans and Godwin also looked great, while meanwhile, Jaden Daniels was also solid. He has a lot to learn, but for week 1, flashes and fantasy points are really all you can ask for. He's just got to learn to fasten his helmet a little bit more, because
not for real,
I don't think
bro.
I've seen a dude's helmet on the ground more than this. So, a lot of positives for both sides. Move on to the next week, Tampa, and you got a real shot at this division title. A rematch from the game of the year last year on primetime? Say less. And although the game started out slow, that's not a bad thing at all. It was a defensive lock, and I knew the Lions' defense was going to be great, especially Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, my God, was he a problem. But the Rams' defense was really giving the Lions problems. Amon-Ra and Laporta were completely taken out of the game, and it took Jameson Williams snatching an elderly man's ankles for the Lions to take a lead. But then
elderly man's ankles is crazy.
And boy, was it a good one, the football gods had pre-written. Taketh away Stafford's O-line, like actually all of them. Taketh away his top receiver and give him constant pressure on every single
His top receiver is Cooper Kupp, bro. People are just forgetting that.
Was pure cinema. It felt like it was just Stafford and Cooper Kupp versus the entire Lions team, and they were popping off. Stafford was diming everyone up, eviscerating the Lions D, and he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the ball before he threw it, and during the last drive that involved some filthy passes, including another routine no-look dot, he found Cooper Kupp in the end zone, and I gotta take a minute to appreciate this man, because I forgot how much I love watching Matthew Stafford play football, and I'm really gonna miss him when he's gone. But the story did not have a happy ending for Matthew, because luck was not on his side.
David Montgomery turned into goddamn Thanos down the stretch.
Realizing Goff was not on
he was running right down their fucking throats, man. Pause.
Called game in another Rams-Lions classic. Alright. Sometimes football can be pretty cool.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
Well, I don't even know what to say about this game. The 49ers just dominated from the first snap to the last. Their blocking was absolutely obliterating the Jets' thought to be amazing defense, and Aaron Rodgers played football.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. A-Rod did look solid. You know what I'm saying? Especially that first drive. It's just like, I don't know, like something is desperately missing from this team right now. I don't know what it is, bro, but something is actually missing, bro. Wait, hold up. Did Mike Williams play? I'm just now realizing that shit. Did he even play?
He looked very
I feel like that might have been the thing that was missing. Or is that Mike Williams right here?
Gonna snap in half, but he made good reads. He made good throws.
I don't know. It's just, I think they should have gave Breece Hall more carries or something, bro.
Like when Breece Hall fumbled because Fred Warner is a monster, and they went through.
And then like the Niners just started to beat up on him. And then they couldn't stop this nigga.
The Shanahan scheme needed a
this nigga Jordan Mason was going crazy.
Apparently, it just didn't even matter because Jordan Mason is the best running back in the league all of a sudden, and the Jets defense could not get off their blocks to save their life. Put on zero pressure.
Yeah, bro, Diamond Lenore strapping up Garrett Wilson, bro.
Hope that the defense gets better because Aaron Rodgers showed a lot of promise. Garrett Wilson was looking good when he got the ball on that first drive, and as long as the defense can pick up, then they should be actually fine. And meanwhile, yes, the 49ers are still the best team in the league. We know this. Kyle Shanahan is very, very good in the regular season, and there's really no surprise here. But before we end the video, you know what time it is. It's time, and it's been so long, for the Tub Frog Discord Awards, where I turn to you, the people on our Discord community, to see what you thought were the best and worst plays from Week 1. And to start off with the best play, you guys said that the best play was Anthony Richardson's back.
That, bro. That shit was nasty.
It was just ridiculous. I don't know if we're going to see a throw better than that all year. And then I asked what the best game from Week 1 was. And it actually came down to the wire, but Texans versus Colts got the win. I was kind of surprised. I thought Rams versus Lions was sort of far and away the best game, but Colts versus Texans was cool. And then I asked what the best individual performance was from Week 1, and this one was just a blowout. Baker Mayfield. Oh, just putting the cherry on top of the Browns' sadness this week. It was amazing. And then the worst team performance, there was a lot of competition, but the Carolina Giants and Bengals to just take over the category by themselves. They're not even really an NFL franchise anymore, but, you know, they won this poll. And then I asked what the worst individual performance was, and once again, it wasn't very close. Deshaun Watson is just, he might get arrested at this point, and he
might get arrested. Is crazy.
What he's done off the field because he's a terrible person, but my God, he can't play football. And then I asked what the best fast food chicken sandwich was, and somehow Arby's didn't pull it out. Taco Bell got two.
Arby's is ass, bro.
Went to Chick-fil-A. Can't agree with that one. But if you enjoyed this video, then subscribe because...
Hey, man, Week 1 was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much enjoyed it other than, you know what I'm saying, my Ravens losing and shit. But it was pretty good. Hopefully, Week 2 is even better. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of more crazy games. We got Bengals versus Chiefs. We got Bears versus Texans, bro. We got Bills versus Dolphins. That's going to be a crazy one. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And let me know what other NFL videos y'all want me to react to. And without further ado, I'm out. Gang!